to catch it this morning. We got the kids off front. Everybody's yelling, and I'm ready for some boom, baby, boom, rise and shine that light of life into your world. It's your morning marijuana motivation time. I'm Mark Saint. This is Saint's Addiction. I almost pointed at the shirt and not the beard, but that's just how it works. I'm on a mission every morning, not just wishing, but reach, preach, and teach to everybody. You know, that's what we do around here every morning. We got cats looking outside like they want to come play. Yeah, I saw you, kitty cat. Yeah, I saw you trying to spy. See him? He's looking at it. He wants some fresh air too, you know? And that's what we do. Every morning we come out here, we hit these pink pads and pink 3-pound weights, and we put it all in together. I hear some kids over here too. I think I just saw a naked child running around to the swimming pool. And what a better way to live your life in full than to living in America, where everyone has a big backyard. Everybody has freedom to the most part. These beautiful flowers are coming out right now. And when we enjoyed 4th of July, we had a conversation about this life of living in America after living abroad, and the pluses and minuses of it all, and how people with so much can complain so much, and people with so little can be happier with little to nothing. It's important to me, and I think it's important to everyone to realize just how well we have it and how expensive it is at the same time. And then we're gonna go doing it this morning. I'm already doing the morning marijuana motivation. Please tune in on YouTube. That's my friend. That didn't go. YouTube live now. Please watch. I got one friend who's all mad. I don't know what his schedule is, but he's all pissed that I keep sending him memes in the morning. And I'm like, bro, if you don't want memes in the morning, turn your phone off. Take control of your own life. You don't want traffic. You can't take traffic away from life. You can't take phone calls and messages away from life. All you can do is control the way you react to it. And that's all about temperament and perspective. And there's been a lot of times where I let my perspective distract me from realities. But that's not this morning's marijuana motivation. This morning's marijuana motivation is just the art of living in America. Luckily, Michelle has this home from her father, but he's kicking me out tomorrow. And it's great living without no rent, you know, and just mowing the lawn to get by. But for all of us that don't own $500,000 home or have a couple $100,000 in the bank to just spend on things and to have no rent, then we live here in this situation where life continues regardless if you have children screaming. The last time it was the neighbor blaring the music. And who knows, man, in your own head, what dread you feel about the American living, because every time we leave the door, it's $100 just to exist. Yesterday, she was kind enough to take me to be a sushi slut and eat some sushi, but man, that was $80, bro, including tip. 15, 18 plates at $4 each. You do the math. It's almost like $20. 20 times 4, 20, 40, 60, 80, and boom, we were right there in it, you know, and doing the damn thing. This girl's so fucking stupid sometimes. Oh, YouTube. She said, where? I said, YouTube, motherfucker. What's YT? It's YouTube. You want me to spell it out? Some people's kids, but that's the American dream, bro. The American dream is to have things, is to have yards, is to have property, is to own it forever, to have freedom, to have these kind of existences. And what ends up happening, it gets end up taken away from us really quickly. You know what I mean? Not for nothing. Hey, Kaylee, you found it right on. Morning sunshine. Let me get some morning motivation here with you. I'm getting in on it every morning and doing my due, you know? That's what we fucking do around here, girl. We be watching the fireworks from the porch. We got the neighbors with their kids running around. I think they got the plastic swimming pool. If that's not the American experience, I don't know what else is. And that's what we do. We rise and shine every morning to this experience. And I thought about it, it's just like, it's a pretty expensive experience, man. Not gonna lie to you. And it keeps us that way. People would say, you know, America, they make so much money. Oh, there's that bird again. Or one of the birds. They always, oh, It dropped down here. Oh, see, he's picking at them. They always like to sit here on the poles, and the kids are running back and forth. It's a way of life, right? You know, it's a guy that just went around the world for a year. I'm sparking this joint with you, Kaylee. I see you, girl. We're gonna have some morning motivation this morning. You already know about Weed Club. She's a Weed Club member. Do you have your Weed Club card? Did I ever give you your Weed Club card or your Weed Club shirt? Do you have one of? Do you have one of these? No. Anyway, we'll get you one. But that's beside the point. The point this morning is just, you know, what are your alternatives, right? I had a friend, she just came back from Lebanon, and it's just bombed to shit. Like half the buildings and infrastructure are worn, torn, and beat down to the ground. You could be in an environment like me and Michelle talked about yesterday. There's an environment out there. Like, how are we going to make it out of the Congo, right? Like, we complain because it is $100 just to walk outside any day. But the complaint is, did you say you had it? What did you say? Not yet. This bitch fired. We got to get you a Weed Club card, girl. Anyway, it's over at Wes's house. But the point being this morning is just like, you know, what are your alternatives? You know, we got people in Europe. Europe's a very expensive place to live. You know what I mean? I'm staying in Finland, and we were barely affording eggs at one point. You know what I mean? Like, what's the alternatives? The alternatives to me are get your own eggs. I found out that chickens lay eggs if you keep taking them and they're not fertilized. They will continue to lay an egg, multiple eggs sometimes a day, just to pop out for the rest of their lives. They can't stop. It's an unknown phenomenon, but you're talking about an unlimited source of protein from chickens, bro. From an actual chicken, what you call it, a chicken rooster ranch. You get a couple hens minus the rooster, and they'll just keep producing egg after egg after egg. And you're talking maybe $10 a cart. I've seen $10 a cart. Jesus fucking Christ, that might as well be an edible. But that's it. This is the kind of the trap of what trappings you want, because they call them trappings, right? Life trappings, you know, because it's all the trappings of your life. When we were spending $80, $100, we looked it up. That's 3,750 baht. If I can eat for 100 baht, $3, right? In Thailand, there's no way I'm eating for $3. It was $3.80. It was almost $4 a plate. That's we're doing 380, 150. What? It's almost $2 per piece of sushi slice. You get what I'm saying right now? And in that price, you have to join the American wages. Someone else was like, "Oh, I posted something about $15 an hour, $14 an hour." My buddy's kid, like not even out of high school, is working for the school. They're giving him $14 an hour, right? My girlfriend with a master's degree on the wall, who actually teaches children how to read, and I'm talking dyslexic children, special needs children, like a specialist in reading, just spent $500 on her specialist fucking reading material, and they're paying her $15 an hour to shelf shit at the local library. It's fucking crazy. Somebody under 18 is almost making the same much money as somebody that's 30. How are you going to do the math? Especially if you want anything out of this life, right? Like, I'm not just talking about just eat, sleep, and rent, right? We want to own, and this is about ownership, and it's really hard. That's why we're doing Home Small. Me and Wes are making Home Small out there, Kaylee. We're doing the fucking thing, bro. We got all that land, and all we need is some material, and we can build some she sheds, some she sheds, but a glorified she shed of 200 square feet or more. And guess what? You're living off the grid, no rent, and you already know the plan. She said $8.99 for organic in Vegas. Jesus Christ, bro. So are we free if the money squeezes us? Are we free if the rent squeezes from the top and the inflation squeezes from the bottom? Does it even make sense when you're out there watching billions, if not trillions of dollars get circulated just with the Stano snap of some federal exchange? But we have extreme homelessness. We have extreme slights. And hear me now, feel me now, because at the end of this, I'm gonna drop this knowledge. This a theory. I have a theory here. You know what I mean? It's just a theory, but I've been around the world and I've seen some things, and it goes a little something like this. It's called let's call it the theory of money pressure. All right? Now hear me out. I left this outside. I neglected my lighter, and now it neglects me. It's only fair. So I got to talk to you about when you're done. Okay, yeah, we'll talk after this. I'm talking. We're gonna get home small right now. From site in an hour, I'm building the site out. It needs to happen. People need a home, and that would shapen up so much of their rent and flexibility of what they can spend on instead of just being captured by food prices and rent. We need to own our own properties. We don't need that much. Might have to go minimalist, but I'd rather have no rent and have plenty of food and start making my own food. There, these guys right here. On the other side of the flowers is a vegetable garden that the deer keep eating. That's not cool. Rabbits are here, but and birds are here, but it's all part of an ecosystem where you can literally plant your vegetables year round and get yourself a spring crop and a winter crop. And then there's money you're not spending on vegetables at Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, or wherever you go. It's just all outcome. And that's what it's like being when you're traveling. It's all outcome. It's really hard to find income on the island because everybody's just spending, right? And in America, you have to get on that cycle. You have to hop on the expensive, and all we do, instead of wanting less, right, we earn more so we can keep purchasing and purchasing and purchasing, and then you see the consumer cycle working. But then you have to work to be on the cycle. There's almost nothing out there, right? People are like, well, what utopian world do you live in, Mark, where you don't need to buy things? Well, first of all, I'm in control of my consumerism, right? I make my own shirts. I read somebody where don't let your friends ask for discounts when they're paying full price at Nike outlets. That part. If it's branding, Saints Addiction, Saints brand, mostly Saints, then you're willing to pay more at Balenciaga than your friend's ballerina. Okay? You know what I mean? That's just what we do. We find things that we think will have value, right? More than just travel and experience, because me and Kaylee are already on that page. I'm talking about real value, values that give you something back. Instead, I'm looking at this guy with kids, and how long do some of these presents last, right? I'll wait. How many products get stored? I'll wait. We talked about a worldwide storage. I want to do a Saint storage, and we like that probably wouldn't work so well in Thailand because they have open land. They just leave it outside like white trash, cover it with a tent. Why would you pay rent? Storage fee? Are you fucking out of your mind? Especially a late fee on a storage? No, they can't afford that shit because they didn't buy that shit. There's no she shed needed in Thailand because they never had that extra consumerism. They didn't buy the waffle maker, the Temu product, and then the little plastic thing at the end of the aisle at Walmart that you'll never use again. I'm arguing with Michelle after sushi because I got this little toy. It's upstairs. It's just a little keychain. They made a little piece of sushi. We're at the sushi place. Once you eat 15, it slides down, gives you a toy. Well, now she wants the fucking toy. Well, guess what's for sale on the machine? For $3.80, man, nigga, $3.80, $4 fucking keychain, and she wanted to buy it because she was a little bit jealous. Trust me, I know. My husband picked up a second job so we can move out of this condo to a house and feel bad for him. So they're so tired. They're killing us, bro. 2 jobs, 16 hours a day. They're killing us, bro. The numbers are killing us. And that's why I said living in America, a lot of people are trying to come here because the earnings are high, but so's the cost of living. So cost of living is important when you're traveling because that makes everything better. When you're sitting there going, me and Michelle are going like, we could have got that meal for $3. Do you know how much we could eat for $100 in America? I mean, over in Thailand, American US dollars is over there. So it's like earning the money here to spend it in a place where the cost of living is lower is my plan of attack. That's Saints Addiction. I'm telling you right now, it's not even funny. It's not a joke. This is how we're talking about health, wealth, and happiness, how to keep some of your wealth. Ask my homie. He owns 8 Ball Bail Bondsman, and he brings all his money to go do a juice shop in El Salvador. He's with his shirt off. He's got a 6-pack abs. He's doing yoga. He's living the life, growing his hair out, being all free in a third world country while he's making his money in the first world country. So if he were to make the money in the first world country like America and stay in America, or let's use Finland or Germany, if you will, but this is living in America, the expenses rise. So now you got to work more hours like her husband just to survive. And this is why I'm trying to like get people in and off the system. Maybe I couch surf too much because I just hate paying rent. It's like somebody just stabbing your fucking tires in the back, right? Like, how are you going to get going if someone flattens your fucking tire? You're not going fast nowhere, right? And how are you going to earn more when even her, she's watching her friends, she's applied to every fucking job, master's degree on the wall, and then even her other friends saying, I can't find teaching jobs at all. People are looking for other people to pay their jobs. This is a psychology test. To me, it's crazy because it's like you don't want to be an entrepreneur like me, right? You don't want to be homeless. You don't want to live out of your car. You don't want to know where you're going to live tomorrow. And I get kicked out of this place tomorrow, right? That seems insecure. But also, it's insecure to me that I could be fired from a job at any minute. They don't care about me. Like, you call it secure, but even corporations go bankrupt. You remember Enron? Yeah, well, one of the too big to failed. And a lot of people lost their jobs. So you're going to believe in a corporation to keep your back? I don't believe it. And this is like, it maybe be heresy for in America, but we know what it is, bro. We know we're never going to earn any more. And if we do, we probably would spend it on a Cadillac. And that's just what we do. We go past some of these big ass houses. They all got 5 different cars in the front lawn. And we're like, how did they afford that? Well, you're probably looking at the 1% of the 1% of the 1% of the wealthy in this country. But for the rest of us who didn't have mommy and daddy paying our bills, paying for homes, or taking care whenever we were like, Daddy, come save me. Here's a credit card, right? We got to save ourselves. And those of us that are trying to save ourselves, I'm trying to preach and teach to you that I got friends in Texas that are collecting their own rainwater. They got hens, chickens and hens. They're growing some fruits and vegetables, got the herb garden going. I'm sure they're alleviating some of their living costs and pains. That's what our fucking great grandparents did, and that's what the world did. We lived off of agriculture. We lived off the land. The sun provided enough because nobody was coming over there. Landlord, that's where that comes from. Nobody was coming over, but more than a few landlords trying to get some of our crop at the end of the year. But the rest of it was us to feed our family. We had more family, so we had more hands to get more of the food out of the fields. Pretty simple system. Now you kick it over. Now all of a sudden, now you got to get that dollar amount. Now you got to get a certain number. Except for this isn't like math where if I keep planting another tree, it multiplies for me. Now it's I put in an hour, I lost an hour, I'll never get that hour back, and I hope I get the maximum dollar for my hour. Like a whore on her back, it's all on our backs. We're trying to make money the hard way, okay? You know what I'm saying? It's like hours for dollars, baby, hours for dollars, and all of us are on our backs just like sluts, legs in the air now, legs in the air now. And I used to say, man, if I'm gonna get fucked, let me put some lipstick on first. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to put my makeup on right before I get fucked, you know? But living in America, man, we live in this country where I thought it's insane that we put about 50,000, 100,000, 500,000 of dollars into the air and blow it up just for entertainment. That shit would never work anywhere else. That shit would never work anywhere else. They're not going to fucking do it. They can't pull it. They won't know how. And they don't have the spare income to make that happen, bro. So everybody else could just throw fireworks. Some of us trying to keep the lights on. Some of us just trying to pay that rent every month, just clocking us, making us work like fucking Hebrew slaves. And I'm telling you, as a free person that's been on the other side of the world, yeah, I can stay 6 months in Thailand because my rent was $40. My water and electricity was 1,500 baht. It was $40, less than $40 a month for me to live overseas. And if you wanted to come stay, you could stay there for 1,000 a month. How many people are paying 1,800 a month? I'll wait, my friend in LA. More like 2,000 what the bills are due, right? You got to roll them up. God forbid you got internet, electricity, and water. $2,000 a month, dude. I can live like a fucking king in Thailand, bro. And yeah, I'm in a third world country, but I have a Western toilet. And yeah, some people can't travel. They need to stay. I would say start working in communities. Start working in conversations with other people, because now that's what my millionaire friends are doing. They got Millionaire Hill. He just built a fucking new pool in his yard in Covington, Louisiana, and moved next to his friends so they could pick their fucking neighbors, bro. Think about that. When's the last time you got to choose your fucking neighbor? No, normally some asshole playing his music all fucking loud in the morning, and you got to deal with it, right? Probably I'm the asshole smoking weed every morning doing this show, but you got to deal with it, right? Instead of being less than fucking 6 feet away from my neighbors, where's my yard? And if you don't have a yard, how you going to grow vegetables? So the ownership leads to the food leads to the freedom, and here we are talking about agriculture and a whole system that's so corrupt it can't wait to bankrupt you. God forbid you have something in your health. God forbid someone steals something from you, and God forbid you lose your job and you can't work on that machine anymore, or you're pregnant like Kaylee. Congratulations, Kaylee. You know, what are you going to do then when you can't do the hustle, when you can't flex the muscle? What's going to happen then? And that's why the system's fucked, because they only care if you're winning. Second place is the first loser. And it sounds cool because all we talk about is the winners. We talk about the Elon Musks and the world's richest men. They're talking almost trillionaires. These guys are going to be fucking trillionaires, the first trillionaire ever. And meanwhile, everybody's starving in the streets, man. You can see it, bro. You can walk past the homeless encampments. He talks about it on Joe Rogan, Elon Musk. He's like, it's right down the street from Twitter headquarters. He spent $50 billion to buy a social media company, but he ain't doing no fucking donations, just like your boy trying to compete. I'm growing shit in my dining room. It's so hard to keep anything alive in Vegas. Veggies, organic tomatoes, and lemons. I like that. I like that a lot. Let me get another one. Yeah, man. But yeah, if you want to look at it all, just look around your room, see what you've been buying. I looked at my friend the other day, and they've been buying all those plastic figurines. Buying all those plastic figurines, they ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna move your ship forward. We spent so much money on entertainment. It's not even funny. Like I said, fireworks, man. I've seen people spend $700 at fireworks. You know, I could live a whole month in Thailand off of that. Okay, so but that's what it is, isn't it? The dog's trying to bark at the other. We're all here. You're not catching nobody. All right, there he goes. He's such a cute dog. This dog has one bright blue eye, so beautiful. It's not even funny, but dogs on shirts. But yeah, this lifestyle, it's expensive, man. If you ain't in ownership or in a position of ownership, I would highly suggest getting your group of friends together and try to buy it. My friends wanted to put 20 grand together, all five of us get 100 grand together, go get a fixer upper. We would do the construction work, and then when we flipped it, we would split the proceeds and try to do that a couple times. If we can't buy a home next to some other rich motherfuckers, right? You know, this is what we would do. And that's what I was just saying, you know, it's a community effort. There's plenty of land out there. You just ask my friend Wes. We're going to have a nice little community out there. We're going to build some earth ships so you're not trying to spend too much on electricity. The earth is perfect 72 degrees underneath, right? Keep your house nice and cool all year all year long, and warm in the winter. Holler, holler, I'm a baller. I'm getting free eggs from a chicken. You know what I mean? Like, this is baller status to me, right? If you go and spend it on a fucking car right after, you're missing the fucking point. You're going to get right back into debt. You're going to either it's a huge debt. I'm talking like housing debt, car debt, health debt, you know, and then you're just on the cycle, and there's nothing I could say for you. You'll probably have to work that 15-hour job for the rest of your life. One guy was saying it would have taken him 59 years to pay off his debt by making minimum payments. 59 years. He was already 59. Like, who has another 59 years to do this? We only have one life to live, guys, and we only have so much time. So I'm trying to get everybody to maximize their time and get the most out of it. And it just has to go with help it out. My buddy's up in Montana. I'm going to go up there. They got a $250 a night fucking Airbnb. I get to stay for free. I'm grateful. But at the same time, they want to build another Airbnb. They need hands on the fucking field, hands on the farm. I'm going to go help out because I like the workouts. I'm not lazy. Who doesn't want to make a little side money? But it's a free place to stay. Why not give back? The reason I cut these trees and mow this lawn, why not give back? You can be of service somewhere. You just have to pick that somewhere. And you can live somewhere else. You just have to have the balls not to have all the fucking trappings that are keeping you here in America. Would you say 100% with growing your own food? Yeah, without a doubt in my mind. So when we live this life, and it's a blessed life to live, you know, we have the ability to do something more than someone else. So I don't think this message would work so much in Lebanon when it's all bombed out. I don't even think they had internet. Most people don't even have fucking internet in their house, bro. So living in the 21st century, trying to compete with AI, websites, e-commerce, or any of that stuff is a hard knock life, right? You know, this is why you have to work together with other people. Be of service. That's what Thanksgiving's all about. There's going to be someone that needs you, right? They might have a big home. You could stay there. What if you're their personal assistant, right? My friend Kimmy just went to fucking Texas and she took care of somebody that had some health conditions and he lived in a big ass mansion. He's like, here, which one you want? You want the black Mercedes, the big truck, or the work truck? You know what I mean? Grab a key, any key. What is your work truck when you're down 40 pounds? When your health is hurt so bad, and I'm not talking about like me losing the weight. No, I'm talking like the like unwanted weight being taken from you and your health, your vitality leaving you. Then you know what it's worth, bro. By the time this is happening, then you will know what it's worth, and it's worth everything. We talked about it this morning, and I saved the memes, but it said something like 6 luxuries that we have and we don't realize: health, time, close friends. You know what I mean? Little bitty free fucking things. I'm always talking about free fun, but these are the free things of life that give us the most. So it's like when we're trying to live in America, spend 700 on growing your own food instead of fireworks, save 7,000 on food, bro. Jesus Christ, does that not make sense or what? But that's what we do. We just keep busting our nut, and as long as we keep to earn more, everything's gonna work. And one day we're gonna learn that we can't eat the trees and we fish the last fish, then we know we can't eat money. That's a Native American proverb. It's a lot like that. It's a lot like that. So here's the effect. Since you've been watching the last, I saved the best for last always. They call it compound interest. Let's call it compound disinterest, because they are disinterested the further you get down. Once you get down to a third world, fourth world country, which I've lived in, you know what I mean? It's even harder than that. Most of us are trying to buy Adidas. Some people are just trying to buy their first bicycle. The cost of livings are so much lower. You're so lucky you're not born in Africa, right? Sudan, somewhere in East Asia, where you would never have a chance. So living in America, at least we have a fighting chance at it. Living over there, they barely get to make it. They're more stuck than ever before. So yeah, I can make it in America and live forever like a king in a third world country. I highly suggest it. But at the same time, I'm grateful that I didn't get born in Africa, because I would have had to dig cobalt out of the mines with my fucking hands in sandals. I'll wait. And I'm sure it wouldn't have been a Saints Addiction shirt wearing. So it's just that, right? So I got my complaints on how expensive life is in America, but you can only imagine how hard it is to stretch and find a dollar in, like, say, Nigeria or some other place without doing something funky or skanky or putting a fucking diamond up your butt, right? I'll also argue that they're happier than us. People with less than us just smiling ear to ear. And I'll tell this story too, where the guy said he was building this multi-million-dollar dream home, and he was walking around, and he was bitching, all upset, nothing was right, and he heard some laughter, and he looked over, and all the Mexican guys were having the time of their lives. They were playing music, they were sharing food, and they were building his dream house, his multi-million dream house, and they were happier than the multi-millionaire. So something's out of balance, and that's what we're all about. Saints Addiction, this extreme dichotomy where you can make extreme amount of money but be extremely unhappy. That I could be extremely free and extremely healthy when I'm in Thailand. Better food, less preservatives, smaller portions, and cheaper and fresher. It's just what it is. So I move around the world. I've lived there in Finland, where it's really expensive, the most expensive place in the world, and now you're talking about America and how hard it is to survive here. Give yourself some friends, work with them in the end. You're not alone. It's all of us, and that's my morning motivation. If you got anything out of this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe below. But as always, peace and love. And Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever in Finnish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, subscribe. But it's the other side of your fear, bro. It's the other side of your excuses, and it's the other side of the world. And that's where I'll be, Saints Addiction, if you know what I mean. Peace. I'm going to finish exercising.